Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for taking the time. This is a rare 101 agent training webinar that we're hosting today. The reason why I say it's rare, it's the first time we ever dove into all three departments, right, with the goal to make sure that all of our agents knew seasoned, even if you're new to the business, what all the above. Okay, we need to make sure that number one, you're comfortable, right, with all three departments. You know who to contact for what, you know what to expect as far as commissions, contracting, new business, case status, marketing platforms you can leverage, lead programs that you can participate in, right? Even a free orphan lead program as well. We have so many agents that have been with us for 7 years, 10 years, 27 years, and they say, oh my gosh, I wish I knew about this. And when did you add that? So we wanted to spend an hour with you all today and give you this high level 150-foot overview of the entire A to Z platform. Okay, what we're also doing is we're recording this and it's going to be in our new agent welcome kit email. Okay, so you might be seeing this 6 months from now. We are going to update it every single year to make sure everything is current and relevant. So you will see this through the balance of 2024, and then obviously 25 will be an updated version. My point here is, please, most important, if there's one thing that you walk away with, it's call any one of our 26 employees. We're in 3 different states now. Pick up the phone. If you're not comfortable with something, you have a question, okay? We need to make sure every single one of you are comfortable with everything that we offer here at Levinson and Associates, okay? That's number one. Okay, also what I want you to do, take out a pen and paper, notes app, whatever is comfortable for you, but we want to make sure that you remember some of these important points, these nuggets, right, that you can use maybe with your staff, with your agents, right, even consumers, prospects, whatever it is, okay? You can also use that Q&A question pane, okay? If you look at the GoToWebinar software, you can minimize or expand that Q&A pane, but fire away with questions and comments as we go, even feedback. Okay, we build these around you. In fact, that's how this whole idea came up today, is because we had so many new agents and agencies saying, I'm overwhelmed. I don't know where to begin. I don't know where to end. So we promised you all that we were going to spend this hour with you and record this. So again, you're comfortable. So please use that feedback Q&A pane, call it whatever you want, but we want to hear from every single person that's listening today. Okay, and thank you for listening today. Okay, so what we're also going to do, even though this is a unique webinar for us, right before the hour is up, so before 3 p.m. Eastern Time, we're going to have our question of the day, okay, which we do on every live weekly training webinar. So make sure you're on until the end, and I will promise you that we'll be done within the hour, okay? Also, I want to just let you know, a little food for thought, next week is our expo, okay, on Friday. So we are skipping a live training webinar next week, and then we'll continue the following week. Okay, so this will be our first full week without doing a training next week. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Okay, so real fast, when you look at everything that we have to offer, right? We started back in 1972. Carrie started the company. Obviously, we only had 2 or 3 companies back then. It was actually rare to have more than 2 or 3 companies back then, from what Carrie tells me. And when I came into the business, right, there wasn't that true brokerage IMO. And it was also rare to offer all of these tools and technology and platforms, right? As we know, back then, it was basically a contract to a company and an 800 phone number to the company. And then maybe if you're lucky, you got a number to our office in South Florida or to an agency, right? It's very different now. So today, and yes, it's very different now. I just want to correct one thing I said. But another great point is there's no other IMO that offers what we offer to the agent out there in the trenches. Okay, nobody has a platform as robust, okay, with this many tools and co-op platforms, in fact, free platforms that you can leverage. period. Okay, so it's very, very, very important for you to know what's available through Levinson, and most of the stuff is exclusive to Levinson. So we break it down into three different departments, three sections of today's presentation. The first one is licensing and contracting, and E&O. In fact, we have a proprietary E&O policy that's available to you all at about a 20 to 30% savings. Okay, see, that's something I know a lot of agents have no idea about. We have 23,000 plus agents, and we have about 3,000 that utilize the E&O policy. So that tells me most of you are not using our E&O product and policy. That's for life and annuity, by the way. Just under that, we're going to talk about our new business department. Also very important, because once you're started, you're writing business, you need to know what to expect and what's next. And then third, marketing department basics. So we're giving you a high level overview on what's available to you to get the business in the door. Okay, and then what you're also going to realize is here at Levinson in our South Florida home office, we're separated by these three departments, and we're going to show you a who's who, so you know exactly who to call for what. Okay, but it's always licensing contracting, number one. Number two is our new business department and case managers. Number three is marketing department. Okay, and that has to do with quoting, and maybe it's an introduction call, whatever it is, but it all starts with the marketing department. Okay, let's jump right in here. What I want to talk about too quickly is our agents, because without you, right, we would never be in the position we are today. Okay, we went from 200 agents 25 years ago when I started to over 23,000 in every city in the U.S., or just about every city in the country, period. Okay, and it's because of you. You put trust in us, right? And we have to deliver our promise. And our promise is to keep you ahead of the competition with the greatest and latest tools and tech, right? Our promise is also to make sure our service is second to none. And no, we're not perfect, okay? But we feel like 98% of the time that we do a great job for you. And for the 2% of the time where something gets dropped or a carrier didn't provide you with the great offer you wanted, pick up the phone and call me or Carrie so we can try to make it right for you. That's our promise to you. Okay, very important. By the way, any of our agents, as long as you're licensed, if you want the IUL prospecting book on us free, just go to our Facebook page or our Google reviews link or page. Okay, share some thoughts, just like Tommy did on the page you're looking at in front of you. We'll send you the book, no charge. Thomas, thank you so much for sharing this. At the end of the day, we work so hard, right, to deliver those promises I just mentioned. And when we see the agents appreciating that and sharing their feedback, their thoughts, right? It doesn't matter if you just started and you haven't written any business. It doesn't make a difference. This is our goal every day for every single employee. Okay, I call them family members in this company, period. Levinson and Associates is highly regarded as the premier company to have business connections with. Their hands-on approach and constant accessibility for communication exemplify their genuine concern for their clients as well as their agents. Okay, so you are our client. Our agents, our agencies are our clients. We don't sell on a retail level. So this is everything. And you need to know how important you are to us, even if you haven't written one single application. Okay, maybe you're newer with us. No problem. Okay? Anyway, post that review, IUL book on us. Let's keep moving forward. What I want to do next is talk about our big powwow of the year. Okay? This is our biggest, largest event of the year. We've been doing this now for, 16 years, 52nd anniversary here at Levinson. I remember our first expo, okay? I called it an expo, but it was really a small card room at the local Marriott Hotel with like 22 agents, okay? And it lasted a couple hours, and I remember there was a live band practicing next door, and you could barely hear the presenters. So it was crazy, but it doesn't matter because we did it. It was a start. It was a step in the right direction, And here we are today with over 300 agents RSVP'd, okay, and most of our top carriers presenting, as well as two keynote speakers, two of my favorites. Okay, let's look at the two pictures in the middle. The first one, left side, Joe Ross, hands down, he's my favorite life and annuity sales coach, period. The guy is a beast. Okay, I promise you are going to love his presentation, especially face to face live. And then on the right side, Coach Mike Savage. He is literally Tony Robbins' right hand man. In fact, that's how I met him. Okay, was through Tony's organization and company about 20 years ago. So he's going to be speaking live. He's our second keynote. We also have an agent panel. When we say reimagined expo for this year, okay, what we mean is totally different. Okay, we want to make sure, even if you've been to every single expo, even including my card room at the Marriott Hotel 17 years ago, we want to make sure that you say, wow, you know what, Bill was right. Okay, his team was right. This is different. I'm glad I came. I walked away with nuggets and sales ideas I can use to change my business for the better. Okay, here's my point. Today is Wednesday. We literally have 2 days left, okay, until you can register. We're almost capped out. So make sure you register today. You're going to get a thank you email, and we're going to include all of the stuff we're talking about today, including video links, all the different 101 videos. You're also going to see a registration link for the expo. If you haven't already, please do it today, okay? Because I don't want to be the one that has to call or email you to say sorry, but we're over the fire code cap, okay? Please make sure you're in. Those are all the companies on the right-hand side. We also have our top lead vendor that's going to be there live. They have a booth. Ringy, our CRM follow-up tool, will be there live. They have a booth as well. Just a day you don't want to miss. Breakfast, lunch right on the beach. We have a networking event there. It's going to be a great day. Make sure you're there next Friday. Let's keep moving forward. Okay. I can't stress that enough, by the way, because I know we are going to crush it this year, and you will love the expo this year. I can promise you that. Plus, you have to think about this. We've been dealing with COVID the past 3-4 years now. So this is really our first year, right, post-COVID, where things are slowly getting back to normal. In our business, it's better than normal, right, because there's more premium, more life premium and annuities being sold than ever before. So there's no better place, no better time. And that's why I think I'm so excited about this year's expo. Okay, I'm also excited about our latest technology that's available to you at no charge. What is it? It's called artificial intelligence, a chat bot, Chat GPT. So we are the first IMO once again to offer this exclusive technology to you all for free. So what you're going to see is a little robot. It's called Billy the Bot on our homepage. And what's so cool about this is think about those little chat boxes that pop up on a website. You know, if you go to a car dealership website, it says, hi, I'm Ella, you know, how can I help you? Whatever it is. And then you ask questions and they say, oh, we'll have a live agent, you know, call you back or join you, whatever. And then no one picks up or calls you back for 3.5 days. Well, no, this is literally a real-time robot. And you can say to Billy the Bot, hey, I want to know more about the free scholarship program, and a link will come up, or the information will come up with everything that you just asked for, real time. Okay, before you can say, yes, this is great, you're going to have the info sitting in front of you 24/7. Okay, amazing technology that you need to leverage. Also, what I did is the programmer who's behind all of this, okay, he's extremely intelligent, knows this stuff a lot more than I do, okay? And I brought him in for this reason, right? Because he is great at technology, analytics, chat GPT, AI, everything related to tech. Danny is the man. Sat down with him for an hour, and I just launched the podcast Monday the 1st. Make sure you check it out, episode 49. I want to know your thoughts. And what's so great about this is he talks about tech and tools that you should be utilizing today as an agent. Okay, and most of this is free, especially if you're active with us. Okay, we're talking about Google Analytics tied into your Insure Me Now Direct platform. So you could see the traffic that you created. Okay. I mean, there's so many great tools and so many great graphs and things, follow up systems, CRM, things you can do to drive traffic and engage with your audience that you have to do to be successful in 2024. Okay. I'm telling you right now, it's extremely important. Let's keep moving forward. Okay, what's new at Levinson? By the way, what we're going to do today is I'm going to speak for about 5, 10 more minutes, and then we have Andrew who's going to take the wheel. He's got a section, and then when Andrew's finished, Beth is going to jump in and talk about Insure Me Now Direct and some of the marketing platforms that we're using today. We have 2 live case studies that are going on today with successful agents, and we're going to share what's working for them and what tools they're using. So it's going to be pretty cool. I just hope we get done by 3 p.m. Eastern. I know we're going to be close, so let me keep talking and moving these slides. Okay, this is important. So it doesn't matter, new, existing, veteran, whatever. You're an agent out there. You need to know what's going on with our 90-plus life and annuity carriers. And how do you do that without having to go to every website, knowing where to click, right? Oh, no, I forgot my password, whatever. So what we did, every other week, we have all of the carrier info, product info, what's hot, what's not, latest platforms, everything in one clickable email. Okay, just it's one image, it's like a picture you're opening up. Everything's right in front of you. That's what it looks and feels like. Separated by department, just like I spoke about earlier, these 3 distinct departments. Carrie's little message, left corner. Typically, Carrie's corner is included as well, his editorial article, but everything that's going on here is in our 411 leader. We call it the Levinson Life and Annuity Leader. Keep your eyes peeled for that. Let's keep moving forward. All right, what I want to do next is talk about these 3 departments, which I have a few times already, but what's most important on this slide is on the bottom, okay? Think of a menu, right? You sit down at whatever, the local sports bar, restaurant. You always have your appetizers, right? Your entrees, your desserts, after dinner drinks, whatever you want to look at. Same exact thing with Levinson playbooks. It's a menu, okay? The only difference is one for licensing, one for new business, one for marketing. You click one image, everything to do with that department is in front of you. Updated, current, relevant, very easy was the name of the game. We're going to include these 3 playbooks in our thank you email you'll have today. What I would suggest is just save it to your desktop or print it, whatever you prefer, but make sure you have it out for reference. It'll make your life a lot easier, I promise. Let's keep moving forward. What I want to talk about now is a who's who, right? Because there's so many times you're calling around or emailing around and you're on hold, or God forbid the call drops and you have to call back, or maybe you have an appointment in 5 minutes and you need things done urgent, right now. So you need to know the basics enough to be dangerous. That's what this is in front of you. So we have the admin section. Operations is second. Operations also includes commissions on paid cases, okay, and bonus. Also, just below that, marketing support. Okay, and what you're going to notice is we have a huge marketing team, and this includes life, annuity, supplemental products, all the above, basically everything except for standalone health and securities. Okay, we got you covered. Just under that is our new business team. These are case managers devoted to you and to push your cases through smoother, easier. Okay, but you have to know some of the tips and tricks. Just under that is licensing and contracting. We have a great team, Erica, Ashley, Saskia, and my sister Heidi. But again, if you don't, maybe you have a question, you don't know who to call, what department, always lean on your marketer. Whoever your assigned marketer is, they will show you the ropes. But again, I would use this for reference because it's going to make your life easier. Once you're writing applications, maybe you need to add a new carrier or whatever it is. We'll also include this in the thank you email. Next up is our FAQs videos. So what we did, we took it a step further. And with licensing, and in fact, every department, right, we have these 3 videos. We call it the 101 FAQs. And this is built, again, to make your life simpler so you can go out and focus on selling, on recruiting, on servicing. If that's what you do, Great. Okay. Our job is to make sure our agents are writing and they have everything they need to be successful. If you're an agency or GA, we have two hats. We have to make sure you're writing and successful, and we have to make sure your agents have everything they need, and to make sure that those agents have access to our entire team, just like you do. Okay, so there's two hats for us, and again, we take it very serious. These are some of the more popular questions that come in from the licensing side, and I met with each department manager before we had this call because I wanted to know what are some of the stumbling blocks, what are some of the things that I can talk about today to smooth things out for our agents. So the first one, how do I come on board with Levinson? So we do have an onboarding form. Once you go through that, you sign that, you get a copy of that, then you get access to our website and you're off to the races. Number two, the E&O proprietary discounted policy that's only available through Levinson, right? Because we have the exclusive rights to the product and that's available through the contracting section. And then, do I need to complete the AML training? And the answer is yes, but two parts to this. There's the life side, there's the annuity side. So what I would suggest, talking to any one of our contracting reps, and they can help you. Ashley K is the go-to on the annuity side, and then you just saw the who's who for contracting in general. Number four is, am I set up to receive advanced commissions, and how do I see what carriers offer that? We're going to show you a little cheat sheet. And by the way, this comes up all the time with advanced commissions. So here's the way that it works with us at Levinson. I know other IMOs don't offer advances, or maybe they offer it with certain companies. The way that we work here is if the carrier offers an advance, if it's 9 months, 6 months, 12 months, we offer that to our agents, okay, as long as there's no credit vector dings, okay, no red flags, and you sign our form, you are off to the races, okay, literally. Now, as far as releases go, this is important, comes up all the time. We release our agents at any time for any reason, okay? We have no problem with that. We know most of the time our agents wind up coming back within 6 months because no one offers what we offer out there. And we're very confident, right? We wouldn't be in the position we are today if we didn't have the best platform in the brokerage space, period. So we're confident. You can go, you can check out to see if the grass is greener. And if it is, great. If it's not, we welcome you back with open arms. Now, there's a caveat here. As long as there's no outstanding debit, chargebacks, okay? So once the chargeback or debit is paid in full, then yes, you can get a release to whatever company that you need the release for, okay? No problem at all. We will put that in writing, by the way. Actually, it is in writing. On the right-hand side, what is SureLC? That is the industry's most popular contracting paperless portal. Okay, it makes things very simple, stores your information. This way you can get appointed with one or several carriers, literally with the swipe of a button or keyboard or mouse. Very easy, 1, 2, 3. In fact, they kind of have a monopoly when it comes to contracting in the insurance brokerage space. This is a big one. How can I see who I'm contracted with, and how do I locate the carrier guidelines? So the scorecard, which we're going to show you in a few minutes, is so important. And a lot of agents don't understand that they have access to this. It's free, and it's a snapshot of everything that's going on inside the office for you, okay? So think about, who am I contracted with? What applications do I have in-house? What's pending? What's placed? What commissions can I expect? Everything is in the Levinson scorecard. Very simple. Carrier guidelines, okay? We have some companies that pay daily, some pay weekly, some pay monthly, some pay every other Thursday, okay? We have a cheat sheet for this. We'll include this in the thank you email. It's also in the 101 video. But again, as you can see, the name of the game, make your life easier so you can go out and focus on marketing, recruiting, selling, prospecting, period. Let's go to the next slide. In fact, I love this new flyer that we just created. And I met with the team and said, listen, we have to make things so easy in layman's terms for our agents, right? Because we're in the four walls. They're out in the trenches. They need things quick. They need things very black and white. They need things simple. They need to be able to literally grab this and go and make a huge sale and then come back, right? And that's how we have to look at this, and we have to take it serious. So we put this flyer together, and this is everything that you can imagine when it comes to contracting, which, yes, could be confusing because each company has their own guidelines. So here's what we did. Okay, this is the flyer you're looking at in front of you. It's on our website. You have three options. You just click, and then the cheat sheet pops up. Carrier advance. Okay, will the company dual contract, pre-appoint? Is that necessary? Carrier commission grids, and then on the right side, pre-appointment state guide. Click and go. You're done. Off to the races. Let's go to the next slide here. And by the way, all of these tools platforms, 100% complimentary. Okay, this is another big one. We get this all the time. Bill, I've been with this company, ABC Financial, and I've been with them for 11 years because it's my cousin's friend, but I want to go over to you guys. Okay, great. Most of the time, we beat your existing commission grid. Worst case, we match it. But here's the plus side. You get access to our entire platform, and you get a choice. Do you want free leads for contracting or cash for contracting? What does it mean? As soon as you transfer the contract, okay, from your cousin's friend's agency, whatever it is, okay, transfer the contract, write your first app. Once it's paid, free look is over. You get cash starting at $100 or free leads with your first paid app. Your choice. So we make it a win-win-win across the board. You can also offer this to your downline agents as well. Let's keep moving forward. And again, I don't think it gets any easier than that. We wanted to make it simple. And again, we know once your foot is here, you're in the door, you're going to love what you're going to see at Levinson and working with our entire family, our team. When I say our family, by the way, I mean all of our employees. I call it a team, a family, a unit, but we're all one, and you are number one for us as our client agent. Okay, new business department. Now, what I want to do here, this is extremely important because you're contracted, right? You're excited, you're running quotes, you got your first app, and you don't know where to begin. Do I use iGo? Do I use a drop ticket? Do I go to the carrier's website? And then how do I know what to expect, what the next steps are? How do I know if I have an approval? So what I want to do now is switch gears. I'm going to bring Andrew on, and he's going to talk about our new business department FAQs, okay, and some cheat sheets. Andrew, you there?
Yes, sir. Thank you, Bill. Appreciate it. Yes, I want to go over this. This is very important. We get this all the time, and this is a very important thing that you need to know to be doing business with us, right? And that's the name of the game. So I'm going to quickly go through some of these bullets here on this page, and then I'm going to show you an example of how to actually quote and apply for the products, whether you're actually appointed or not. Okay, so these questions here are the ones that come up the most with agents that work with us to the new business side. So number one, I submitted a new application but not received a notification. What do I do? So this is what Bill mentioned earlier. We do have a case status menu and a scorecard that you can go to see any pending policy. If you haven't received a notification yet, that means that the carrier, that means our office is still processing the app. It could be a direct submit, or it's pending. It's either pending licensing or it's pending agency approval. So if that's the case and you're still not sure, you can always pick up the phone, contact our new business team, and a case manager is being assigned to your case. So you're going to have somebody walking that app through the process. Okay, so just be sure of that. Is an exam required for my case? Not always, right? So there are situations where we have something called accelerated underwriting or non-med or express underwriting. We do have a cheat sheet on our website, which we will include in the thank you email, but we have multiple carriers nowadays that do not require exams to be ordered. An example of this is Banner Life, which is on our Insure Me Now direct platform. It's instant decision, 18 to 60, up to $2 million of coverage. If you're in good health or average to good health and no background issues or red flags, you will be either instantly approved or within 48 to 72 hours if they have a quick check they need to verify. But it's very fast nowadays, and a lot of carriers are starting to go to those algorithmic automated processes, okay? My case has been open for many weeks. Why is it not moving? Okay, so this is likely due to the carrier wanting to do full underwriting and a medical records check or APS check, attending physician statement. This can happen when the client has some major medical issues or background concerns and the carrier wants to verify that. And usually it's held up with the doctor's office. The doctor's office takes a while to send it back. There's a third-party processor. So it's always best practice if that happens to communicate with your client and let them know, hey, it's not moving along. The doctor's not getting the medical records back to the insurance company. Do you mind putting in a call, maybe seeing if you could either get it or just let them know to do it? Sometimes that does help, and we don't always have to do that. But if it comes to that, that's a tip that you can use to, move things along. Number 4, what happens when I submit a case with a carrier I'm not set up with? I'm going to share that on the next screen, and I'm going to show you that most term and UL companies on the underwritten side of things, they want a piece of business first, unless it's a pre-appoint state like Pennsylvania, for example, which is on the chart that Bill showed you. But most of the carriers want you to submit a piece of business first, and I'm going to tackle that on the next slide. Number 5, what happens after I submit the application? So very simply, once you submit an app to our office, you will be assigned a case manager, which is on the who's who that we shared with you, and they will walk that app through the process with the carrier, and they will notify you a minimum of 1 time a week via email and on your case status menu on what's going on with that case. Okay? If you're not sure, when in doubt, of course, pick up the phone, send an email to your case manager. They're here for you. Just a quick pro tip on the right-hand side, if you submit a drop ticket, which is an abbreviated app followed by either an online or a phone interview, this is a very common process nowadays that a lot of carriers use to help speed up the process, where they put the medical questions back to the client fills out the info and then gets an immediate decision. What happens is, if you find yourself getting held up that it's not getting done, it's usually because the client is not doing the interview. They're either not taking the call because they don't recognize the number, or they're not opening the email. So just advise them that when you submit the ticket, they are going to receive either an email or a phone call, whichever one you selected on the app, within 24 to 48 hours. That's going to take place. Okay? Sometimes it's the same day. Like with Banner, it comes out the same day. So just have them look for that, and then they can complete it accordingly. But if they don't do that, it does delay your case. So just be very mindful of that. Okay, I'm going to move forward here and talk about this process, which comes up every day, right? This is what I was talking to you about before. Most carriers on the term and UL side want business to appoint you. So we'll use companies like Corebridge, Banner, Protective, Pacific, Lincoln. These are some of the big names that you're going to be quoting on our quote engine that participate in our iGo e-application. So this is what I wanted to walk you through. You're going to go to our website under the products tab, click on life insurance, and you're going to see there's a quote button. You're going to click on that quote button, and it's going to open up the quote engine that you see in front of you. You can, even if you're not appointed, you could do this today, okay? You can even hang up this call when we're done today and test this for yourself, okay? You can put in the information for a prospect. You can run the quote, get the rates in real time, and you can click apply, and it's going to give you an option. It's going to say, would you like to do an e-application or a drop ticket? Okay, that's what I was just telling you about. A drop ticket is an abbreviated app followed by the consumer-led part 2, or you can do the e-application, which is 100% done by you on your side. You collect all the info and collect the e-signature. Okay, now you'll see there's a checklist on the left-hand side that I want you to follow, and this is how you submit your first case with us. Okay, you launch the term and UL quote engine, you select the carrier and choose the app, which is what we just discussed. You will start the iGo e-application. So it will redirect you into our software, and you will review and start the application. On the left-hand side, there will be required fields. It's like a menu. You have to go through each page and complete the fields as they come up. Once everything is green, that means you've completed that section. So it will not let you move forward if you don't complete the section. Okay, so it's fail-safe there. When you get to the agent report, this is very important. When you get to the agent report, you must put in zeros for your agent number, like 6 or 7 zeros. You can, it's like a placeholder because you don't have an agent number with Banner or with Protective, right, or whoever it is you're using, because they want new business. So when you put in those zeros, it will let you move forward. When we get the case, our licensing team will see that you are not appointed and send you the contracting. Okay, it's that simple. You can write the case and submit it. Obtain e-signature or drop ticket if applicable, validate, lock, and submit. Okay, so once everything is in, you can validate, lock, submit, and process that app to our office. Okay, it immediately hits our new business department. Okay, so this is, I want you to screenshot this, write this down. This is what you will use for any situation that comes up like this, where you want to write a case and you're not appointed and you're not in a pre-appointment state. And don't worry, there's not many pre-appointment states. Pennsylvania is the big one that everybody knows. There's maybe a couple more. Most of the states and carriers want it done this way for these products. Okay, now I'm going to move forward into the direct submit carrier process. So if, let's say, a carrier is not on our platform, right? Because I'd say about 75% of our companies are participating in the iPipeline iGo system, which I just showed you, but there are going to be some that are not, which means you have to submit them directly on the carrier's website. Okay, here's a list of the main big companies on the term UL or whole life or IUL side that you have to go to the carrier's website to do the application. They do not have an app on the Levinson portal. So I know Kansas City Life has the popular ROP, Gerber Life, guaranteed issue, which you can do on Insure Me Now. F&G has a great IUL. We just had an instant decision IUL webinar with Americo last week. These are the things, the examples I'm referring to. So if you have a case that you need to do with one of these carriers, they will let you get what they call a just-in-time writing number, which is like a code, an agent number. And then that's what we need to get you first before you can submit these pieces of business online. Once you have that, then you go to our website, to the case status area, and we have a form, which I'm showing you here, that lets us know that you submitted a direct piece of business. Okay, by doing this, it allows us to stay on top of your policies quickly. If you don't do this, we're still going to get a copy of the app, but some carriers don't report back to us for 1, 2, either weekly or bi-weekly. So if you want us to be on top of your case much faster, I advise you to use this form, okay, for any direct submit piece of business that you do that was not done on the Levinson site. Okay, so just keep that in mind as we move forward with this.
Okay? Andrew, let me mention one thing real quick. That same form that he just touched on, same exact rules go for the annuity side as well. So if it's a carrier e-app platform, okay, you're filling out the app with the client, you go immediately to that form, submit it, and that allows us to track the case day one immediately, okay, rather than having to wait a week or two for the carrier feed to go into our system. So that's very, very important. Okay, Andrew.
Yes, thank you, Bill. Excellent point. And that leads me to this next point, which is how to submit business with final expense carriers. Okay, so final expense is the senior market, right? The whole life simplified issue, easy approval processes. Now, it's kind of the inverse of what I just told you with term and UL. You know how I just told you that term and UL companies require business first and that they want a piece of business? Well, with final expense, it's the inverse. Most of the carriers on the final expense side require you to have a pre-appointed writing number so you can do either the e-app or the voice app on their producer portal. There's an exception to that rule. Transamerica and Mutual of Omaha do offer an iGo app through the Levinson website. So if those are carriers you'd like to do business with through us, you can use the process I just went over with you prior, which I have on the screen in front of you, where you go to our iGo application program, you start a case, you can go in there and pick the product, go through everything I just told you. You can use zeros for your agent number and submit the case, right, if you're not appointed. But for everybody else, we got to get you pre-appointed first. So this is just a snapshot of where you would go to actually get a quote and understand which product it is you're going to sell to your client. So you'll go to our products tab, you'll click on the final expense guaranteed issue section, click on the FEX quote box, and then this built-in engine will come up. So this is where you can run the quote, you can see all the rates, low to high, you can compare, contrast. It even has like a health analyzer feature where you can see like different health conditions and how it impacts the, which product you're going to get. Are you going to get a level benefit, a graded benefit, et cetera? So this is really important, again, for agents working with us that are doing final expense business. And again, refer to those guides that Bill mentioned earlier, because on those guides, it tells you which carriers require a code first and which ones don't, which ones allow dual appointment, which ones don't, which ones which states are required pre-appointment for those products. So that's where those guides become super handy for you, okay? So that's the process, just generally speaking, for final expense business with Levinson. So now I'm going to get it over back to Bill to discuss that case status tool and the agent scorecard once you have business in-house or you have downlines and you want to track everything. So Bill, take us over here.
Okay. Thank you, Andrew. Good stuff. So as you can see, we're trying to fit a lot of information, right, in 60 minutes. And if, again, and I said it earlier, but yes, there's a lot of moving parts, a lot of pieces. You have to keep in mind we're taking 90 plus carriers, right, from the life and annuity side. We're condensing all of this information, and it's our job to simplify your world. So we have to put all these pieces together, right, and then come up with these platforms to help you understand and to give you resources so you can go out, be dangerous, make the sale, get the quote, fill out the contracting, and everything is 1, 2, 3. Okay. Now, these tools and technology, we pay for all of this. In fact, we helped develop a lot of this stuff with iPipeline and other third-party vendors. So this is another tool that you should leverage. And again, complimentary. So this is our scorecard. And this allows any agent of ours to go in and basically see what's going on here at Levinson and our CRM tool and it's called AMS, Agency Management System. So go in, check out, hey, I want to see Bill Levinson. What companies am I appointed with? What applications am I writing or have written? What's placed? What's outstanding? Okay, everything is at your fingertips, updated real-time fashion. If you have downline agents and you want to see, hey, I'm giving out free leads to these agents. I want to track to make sure that they're writing business. Hey, I see Shelly, I just gave 10 leads to, and she hasn't written an app in 6 months. So this allows you to keep your finger on the pulse 24/7 with your own agency. Okay, so take advantage of this. If you're not set up, let us know and we'll get you set up immediately. But you should be. Okay, let's keep moving forward. And by the way, even if you're curious, hey, I know I'm appointed with Banner Life. I don't know my agent number. That's also on the scorecard as well. So again, it allows you like a sneak peek into our own internal system here. Okay, let's keep moving along. And by the way, we should actually be on time here. Like I said, I'm going to speak for a few more minutes. We have Beth, and then I'm going to show you a couple of case studies, and we'll do our giveaway with the Fire tablet at the end, and then we'll put a bow on this. FAQs for the marketing department. So we all know there's a ton of technology, platforms, lead programs, a lot of moving parts. I mean, literally, we have 4 different websites, 7 different quoters. So we're trying to simplify it, and that's the reason why we put the FAQ video in the top left with the yellow arrow. So I encourage you to check that out when you get a chance. Okay, but these are a lot of the common questions that come in on a daily basis is how do I market on social media? So Beth in our office, okay, she is your go-to when it comes to Insure Me Now Direct, Ringy, website. How do I develop? What third party should I use to develop my website? Any suggestions for social media marketing? I definitely want you to speak to Beth, and then she could point you in the right direction. We're not a social media or website creation company, but she knows enough to be dangerous and, again, point you in the right direction. So that's an important name to write down, and you're going to hear from her in a few more minutes. How do I drive traffic to my site? Insure Me Now Direct. We have a ton of tools now that we developed. In fact, Beth was instrumental in helping us develop a lot of these tools and technology. She even created a webinar that we're going to show you called Marketing in a Box. Number 3 is what makes Levinson different from other IMOs. We're going to show you a list of our entire iGenius platform, and 90% of what's on there, our competitors don't have. So, I mean, I think we can leave number 3. We'll leave that where it is because no one comes close. Will I be captive if I join Levinson? So I spoke about releases earlier. No, you are 122% independent with Levinson, and you can get a release at any time as long as there's no risk on our end, meaning with chargebacks, debit, like I told you earlier. Okay? So if everything's paid off, free and clear, you're off to the races. Done. What is my commission and how is it determined? Okay, great question. Well, we first have to know, are you an agent? Are you an agency? Okay, and if you're a GA and agency, we have to see commission grids, statements, right? And then like I told you earlier, we match or most of the time beat your existing commissions. Okay, I don't care what bonus you were promised, whatever it is, as long as you have the proof, we match or most of the time beat. Okay, also keep in mind, most of the carriers don't let the GAs or IMOs bastardize their commission schedules. So, in other words, if you're at a 60% commission level today and Levinson comes along and says, we're going to give you 70, okay, they're not going to let you transfer over to us and pay you an additional 10%. Okay, typically 6 months has to go by, a release situation, whatever it is, we can work around it, but I just want you to understand the rules and the basics. Some carriers are a little more flexible, but most are not. Okay, so don't always believe, the hype or something you read on YouTube or on Facebook, whatever it is. On the right-hand side, what is the difference between non-med and accelerated underwriting? So this comes up all the time now, and it really came up a lot more once COVID came into play. And what was that, 2020? And, you have to look at the technology, the underwriting departments, okay? A lot has changed over the last 3-4 years. So we have now instant decision, okay? We have direct-to-consumer instant decision, which is Insure Me Now Direct, okay? And that's as easy as it gets. And then there's non-med and accelerated. And just keep in mind, okay, and this is a good rule of thumb, most of the traditional insurance carriers, okay, use the same reinsurance company, okay? There's only 2 or 3 big reinsurance companies in the world. So think about this. So if there's all these hundreds and thousands of carriers, but they're all using 2 or 3 reinsurance companies, the rules are going to be pretty much the same, okay? And also keep in mind, if this company has instant decision, okay, and they're approving 90% of their consumers that apply, there's going to be some fat built into the premium, okay? There's no free lunch in this business, ever, okay? So when you think about non-med, yes, that means what it says, no exam, okay? Accelerated means they're going to check MIB, MVR, they're going to do a prescription check, everything's clean, it's approved. But our marketers can point you in the right direction. We also have a cheat sheet that will tell you exactly what carrier and what product offers this. So again, we have to simplify your world, but just keep that in the back of your mind. Usually, the faster, the easier the underwriting is, the more the premium is, okay, for the client. So depending on the health situation, that can work with you or against you. What carriers offer living benefits? We're going to show you a cheat sheet. We put together all of this for you, and you can look at this in 2 seconds. I always suggest if you're calling on leads, doing follow-up calls, have these cheat sheets up and running with your quote engine in front of you so you're ready to go. The e-app and e-delivery process. So this is another one of those things where some companies have perfected the e-app and e-delivery system, mainly through iPipeline, okay, where it all works in one. It's so easy, 1, 2, 3. Other carriers, you're better off using their e-app or drop ticket and then having a paper policy. And sometimes it's better if you hand deliver it face to face, or even if it's through the mail and you want to put a personal note in there. I always think the agent should be involved as much as possible. So just kind of keep that in the back of your mind, but we have all options available. Let's keep moving forward. Okay, so we're talking about the marketing department. We're talking about everything that you can leverage to make your life easier, right? And it's our job to put all these spreadsheets together for you so everything is simple. So under products, and this is all on our website, living benefits cheat sheet, you want to know, right? The new kind of life insurance that pays while you're still alive, great marketing strategy. Just click on living benefits. Those are the popular carriers on the bottom. And then on the right-hand side, that is our complete one-stop shop for LBs in the business, period. Okay? So outside of this, you have nothing, everything in a nutshell right here. So let's keep moving forward. And now you can see when I spoke about our promise to you and how we're going to make your life easier and how we take this very serious, I think the proof is in the pudding. And now you could see that we put our money where our mouth is, and we invest a ton of overrides back into resources and technology to help you all. Okay, there's some IMOs, believe it or not, still in 2024 that offer their agents a contract in a 1-800 phone number to the home office. okay? And they never even heard of half of this stuff. They don't know how to spell artificial intelligence. Forget, having a chat bot. I mean, it's crazy. So anyway, we spoke about why are we different? And this is what I wanted to highlight quickly. This is our iGenius sales platform. This is what makes us very different, very unique. This makes you unique. Why? Because you can use our entire platform to go out and recruit and service agents and then make a spread on all of their business. Okay, remember I spoke about the scorecard, checking on your downline? You have access to all of this, even the scholarship program, it's all free, okay? And go out and market this. And we have all the marketing material. We can even co-brand it for you. So everything is here on a silver platter, ready for you to get to work, okay? Let's keep moving forward. Okay, what I want to do, by the way, we're almost done. So we're not going to keep you much longer, but we are going to go maybe 5 minutes over, okay? But not too bad. And then don't forget, we're giving away the tablet and the IUL prospecting book right before we wrap up. What I want to do now is take a minute to introduce Beth, okay, who brings a lot to the table for all Levinson agents. Okay, Beth, are you there?
Thank you, Bill. I appreciate the chance to talk with people today.
Thank you.
So as you're looking at the slide there, the Levinson difference, it's Insure Me Now Direct. It's the first thing I always recommend to new agents when they call up as a piece of marketing to get in their toolbox, something to get started with. As you can see, there's 4 carriers there that are on the platform. These are household names, Banner, Assurity, Gerber, Manhattan. Whether you're contracted with all 4 or maybe you're targeting a specific group with one of the carriers, you're pretty much ensured that your customer is going to find something that they need. We personalize that website to you with your agent information. Some agents send in, an agency logo, so I add that on the website for them. Sage Scholarship, Rely Shield, Google Analytics. These are great extra tools. The Google Analytics is going to help you, especially when you're running ads, to be able to target and understand where your customers are coming from. The platform does, allow for a debit and credit card. That's a huge opportunity. And the idea of the website is that it's consumer facing. So your customer can get their quote, apply, and purchase a policy online on their time when it's convenient for them. People are busy today. They don't have time to, talk with an agent. They're at work, they're at the soccer game or whatever. And so this allows them the opportunity to, hey, you've had that conversation, you're sending them the website, hey, take a look at my website, and then they can get their fast quote. And wow, that was easy. Next thing you know, they have their policy, and then you become the agent of record, which allows you to then have that person or family in your book of business to where you can follow up with them on other product needs. Ways to, drive traffic and boost marketing. Well, I always say, look at that day-to-day interaction. Everyone has friends and family, that inner circle, those people that you socialize with on an everyday basis. Leverage our marketing in a box training. That's a great way to, hear all the ideas, that we have and all the tools we have and decide how you want to do business. You don't have to have all the tools in your toolbox. You just need to have a starting point and then figure out how you like to work. Once you determine that, we can help you get those tools so that you can work in the way that you like to work. So whether you're targeting small business or credit unions or banks or lenders, a good way to, market is to, promote your Insure Me Now Direct website on social media, but also have a follow-up plan. So whether you're using, email marketing with Agency Automator or you're doing follow-up with Ringy, a texting platform that allows you to send out messages, people respond to text message quickly because it's a fast thing. And so it's a great way to reach those people that you weren't able to reach. Tell a story, create a YouTube video, order the Insure Me Now Direct video, put it up on your Facebook page, let people see how easy this is and, convenient for them it is to use. Other tools we have is the Revenue Booster. for P&C agencies, and Revenue Accelerator, which we have built into our Agency Automator platform. Revenue Accelerator is also available on our website. So if you're using a different email platform like Constant Contact or other source, you can download these drip marketing campaigns right from our website. They're available in Word and PDF, so you can edit them in Word, add, personalize them, put your, agent information there, your logo, whatever. There's something that hits every category and product line on Insure Me Now Direct. There's also voice scripts and introductory letters. These are great for targeting past and present clients. They're professionally done. The integrate, into Agency Automator, like I said, with Ringy and the CRM of your choice. There's weekly training with Agency Automator. And again, you have the Google Analytics plugin feature on Insure Me Now Direct, that will help you track all these different initiatives. The Revenue Booster is a great program for any agency that is looking to generate a new revenue stream. Basically, you're creating an interest. You're providing a list of questions to your staff on, how to respond to a customer's comments. It walks you through how to train, your staff, and it's a great opportunity to create outbound marketing. And here's our Marketing in a Box platform. As you can see from the graphic that, Levinson has all these tools in place. Again, you don't have to utilize every tool, but some agents like to work with leads. Some like to do email marketing. Some like to do live seminars. Some, hey, I'm all about texting, social media. Obviously, have that Insure Me Now Direct because that's the first tool you should have. You can even link it to your agency website or your other business website so that people going to your main site can then get that quick quote. And again, people are online today. They're on social media. They're on Google. They're on Facebook. That's the first place they're going to go to research somebody, to find out information, to figure out what they need. Customers don't know what they need until you tell them what they need. So running ads is a huge way to get people to learn about what you do, who you are, and the types of services that you have available to them. And I'll send it back to Bill.
Okay, good stuff. Beth, thank you for that. And just, keep in mind, the goal of this call is to make you aware and so you can leverage, right, our staff, our resources to help you move the needle, grow your practice. So, for example, real fast, Beth's background is in social media marketing, website creation, website maintenance. So when you look at, all of our insurance, our life insurance and annuity professionals, right, we have a combined like over 300 years. And then, look at what Beth brings to the table, and it's very unique. So my point is, you're an agent out there, Cedar Rapids, Iowa, right, working out of your third bedroom, right? How can I grow my practice this year? Take advantage of these resources, this platform, Revenue Booster. I'm going to show you a case study right now. A real live agent is doing this today. Okay, but my point is, talk to Beth, put some of this email marketing together, get your Insure Me Now Direct page up and running. Okay, you have some complex quotes, some strategies. You want to talk to a marketer, we'll get you going. And then all of a sudden, all the pieces come together and you're off to the races. Okay, and you're still getting the great commission and full advance, everything that ABC Financial is out there marketing and tooting their horn about. So again, win, win, win across the board. And I think you're starting to understand like all of the pieces put together and what it represents here at Levinson. That's my goal again, okay, for the third time. So you heard from Andrew and Beth and myself. By the way, we're done in 5 more minutes, I promise you, but I'm going to make it worth your while because this is the best part. And I always look at presentations, from all the carriers and conventions and vendors, And I always say, like, yeah, the stats are great, and our financials are this, and we're A rated, and okay, wonderful. But I want to see real live examples, right? What are agencies, IMOs doing today to move the needle? And this is one of our agents, right, who's in the northern part of the country. And in fact, he's going to be at the expo. He is doing this today. Okay. And this is 100% factual. This person has been selling life and annuities for a while, started on the career side. Okay. Knows the basics. Okay. But didn't know how to grow his business by, the 20, 30, 40, 50% numbers that he was hoping for, that he dreamed about. Okay. And he has a family, needs to support his family. So we have Insure Me Now Direct. We have this platform called Revenue Booster. And this allows any agent out there, right? It gives you a and this is all free, by the way, gives you a turnkey platform to go visit with let's say a P&C agency owner, okay, maybe a health agency owner, maybe a mortgage company, real estate company, whatever it is, associations, okay, groups, whatever, it doesn't matter. You're providing, in this example in front of you, this is for P&C agencies, you're providing a platform to, let's say, Bob, who owns Sunrise P&C, okay? You're saying to Bob, hey, did you ever think about marketing life insurance, supplemental products like CI, cancer, DI, annuities to your clientele? Okay, and Bob says, no, our thing has always been property and casualty, and, I don't want to muddy the water. And, well, you can offer Bob this free turnkey platform that allows you to market life insurance and heart attack, cancer, stroke, accident products to his database. And then anything that's sold, you can split with Bob. Okay, it's his clients, but you're doing the work. Now, here's the best part. Bob says, you know what? I'm in. Let's do it. You now create a Insure Me Now Direct website for Bob with his company logo, his colors, phone number, email, okay? And now Bob and yourself, right, start sending out emails, texts, mailers. We have a voice script for Bob's CSR, customer service rep, okay, who with every auto policy that's sold says, hey, Shelly, do you want a life quote, for example, okay? And then we have an email campaign that's being sent out to every single customer that bought a policy from Bob. So they're seeing, oh my gosh, this is Bob's Sunrise P&C shop, and now they have life insurance. Oh, I trust them. I know them. I'd rather work with them. I'm going to run a quote. Okay, and then the policy sold through Bob's site. Guess what? You and Bob just split the commission and you gained a new client, something Bob never had before. Okay, so in this campaign, it's going to hit his clients with life insurance, with annuities, with heart attack, cancer, stroke policies, disability, even guaranteed issue policies. We don't care what your health is. We'll get you a guaranteed issue whole life or term product. Okay, we're going to hit them from every single corner, every week or every other week until they click yes, schedule appointment, or buy a policy. Okay, that's how you have to look at Revenue Booster, Revenue Accelerator. You're utilizing our platform and technology, right, to go after these health agencies, P&C agencies, real estate companies. Okay, as long as they're life licensed, you're splitting commissions down the line. Okay, and then you can adjust whatever, 60-40, doesn't make a difference. But we have these turnkey platforms up and running for you today. So this allows this particular agent, right, to now just in 2024, right, we're a quarter in, $52,000 of annual premium just from Revenue Booster because he hooked up with this P&C agency owner and they came to this agreement. And he's been off to the races ever since. So now he's got his day-to-day business going, and then he's got Revenue Booster on autopilot. Okay, it's a win-win, but this is how you have to think to grow your business. And all it takes is one relationship, one agency owner, boom. And then what, in this case, what he did is he set up a conference call with myself, Carrie, okay, the P&C owner, and the agent. And then after that, put the pieces together in a few days, and then the rest is history. So you have access to everything. Let's keep moving. I don't mean to rant because I know we're running short. Okay, now follow up. Okay, CRM, engagement, touching all of your prospects, your clients. Okay, you have to think like this, right? How am I going to keep the word out there? And this is very important. It's not like the old days. On the left-hand side, we have Ringy. Right-hand side, Agency Automator. Here's the. By the way, we have a 2-week free trial, and we have a 30-day free trial. If you want to just try these out, these are both offered at a co-op discounted rate. On the right-hand side, it starts at $9.95 a month, so it's just about free. That's the hosting price. On the left-hand side, okay, 3-week free trial, Levinson agents save 55%. Now, here's what's so neat about Ringy on the left side. What this system is going to do, and we use this for the expo. Okay, think about this for a second. You have thousands of prospects and clients in your book of business. How do you keep your name in front of everyone, right? How does everyone in your database know, oh, Bill Levinson is hosting a seminar at Ponderosa, buffet next Wednesday at 2 p.m., right? How are you going to make sure everybody is aware? How are you going to make sure everyone is booking appointments to talk more about it? You put everyone in your Ringy database, and then Ringy will send out these touches. First an email, then a text message, then an automated phone call, okay, which obviously you'll assist. That you have to press a button, and then the call is made. But the texting, the email is set on autopilot, and what it's going to do is hit your clients or prospects or all the above until they click yes, I want to set up an appointment, or yes, I'm interested. Then you get a text. Guess what? Pick up the phone, call Shelly, talk about her question with living benefits, the new kind of life insurance. You just made a new sale. So this is a way, almost think of it like an assistant, an automated assistant, okay, that's going to cost pennies on the dollar, and that's going to reach out to all of your prospects, clients, neighbors, friends, family members, and let them know, hey, it's me, Billy, the life insurance go-to, the guru, okay? And then next week, talk about IUL and retirement. The week after, talk about critical illness and how many people are affected by this horrible disease. The next week, guaranteed issue accident plans. The next week, annuities with LTC riders. You can go on and on and on. But what this does, it takes this bucket of prospects, okay? It's like a 90-10 rule. 10% of those people are going to click, I want more info. Well, guess what? That's 100 or 500 new free leads, okay, that you didn't have before. And if you don't do this, and if you're not proactive, the young hotshot agent that just got out of high school or college, okay, that knows tech like the back of their hand, they're going to get their name in front of your clients. I promise you, it's a matter of time, okay? And I know that for a fact because we do this with our agents. It's the same concept, okay? Works like a charm. Beth had an idea. She said, Bill, the expo's coming up. Why don't we use Ringy to let all the agents know about the expo? And we did that. And guess what? Forget 90-10%. We had 30%. So we think about this. We put in, let's say, out of 1,000 agents into the Ringy system to say, hey, our expo's coming up. Are you in or not? 30% replied and said, yes, I'm coming. Okay? Think about that. Look at the numbers. Guess how long did that take us to do? It took us about 7 minutes to get everything set up in Ringy. 7 minutes versus your 3 weeks calling people straight and not getting half the people that we hit in 7 minutes with Ringy. Okay? Enough of my ranting. By the way, they're going to be at the Expo Live. Agency Automator, free website, free CRM. We have an annuity version, a life version. That is a great tool. Think of it like Constant Contact CRM on steroids for insurance agents. That's what that is in a nutshell. Let's keep moving. We're almost done. I'm sorry. I just know this is great information that you need to know enough to be dangerous about. Let's real fast. We spoke about Agency Automator and the free website. This is what it looks and feels like. It has built-in lead capture, and then every lead goes to you. It also has a quote engine. client-facing, retail-facing quote engine. As soon as your client puts in the information, that also creates a new lead for you that gets emailed, or you can have it set up via text, whatever you prefer. Okay, these are other complementary turnkey sales platforms that are available to you at no charge. Okay, this is all free. So the top is the free scholarship. This is 1 year scholarship. We have this with 11 carriers, over 100 products now. Okay, and there's no gray area, small print. If you sell a product, they get 1 year scholarship. We have 435 colleges across the U.S. and growing every month. Okay, just under that, Legacy Safeguard, turnkey final expense platform that allows you to give this kit. Think of like an old school sales kit. This is a final expense kit you give to your client after they just bought a final expense policy from you, and it gives them an 800 number, all of the planning tools. It's a full A to Z final expense burial kit that's free for the consumer, free for you to market and create more business. Just under that is Mary Reed. When you think about the large case market, everybody has a guy, they have a girl, right? Very successful. Maybe they want to talk about tax saving strategies, retirement planning with annuities, leveraging IUL, whatever it is. She will do all of the heavy lifting, all of the selling for you. Let's just say you have the name and number. You can be on the call or not, doesn't matter. She only takes 20 to 30% of the case. You still get the majority. On the average, these are $80,000 to $100,000 of annual target premium. So that is a great tool to keep in your pocket. Okay. On the bottom, life settlements. If you have someone typically over 65, the unhealthier the better. That has it could be a term policy, whole life, even a variable product. Doesn't make a difference. Okay. The unhealthier the better. Over 65, they want to sell their policy. They want a settlement now versus later, whether they're alive versus later when their beneficiary would get it, obviously. Okay. Or they can't afford the policy anymore. That's a great option. We work with a third-party fund, and we have calculators that can give you instant offers depending on the complexity of the product. On the right-hand side, this is awesome too. This is a business owner presentation platform. It's free. We have the Joe Ross video that we can co-brand for you. You can send out to business owners, and it talks about all of their challenges, what are the solutions that you could offer, tease up the appointment, and then you come in. We have calculators and quoters and tools that you can use for free, and you'll uncover literally at least 2 to 3 policies on the average for buy sell. Maybe it could be the key man policy. It could be the owner of the business wants to put IUL on all of their employees. We have Insure Me Now direct options we can set up just for that business. So the list goes on, but that's another great platform. Okay. The top co-op lead program. So any lead program this day and age, kind of, let's just be honest, right? 99% of them are garbage. And if you have the 1 or 2% or 5% that work well, not perfect, but work well, you have to run with that. Okay. Because again, there's no free lunch. So the top left corner, these are all co-op arrangements that we put together just for our agents. The top left corner is final expense. These are also Facebook leads. Bottom left corner, we have annuities, financial services, mortgage protection is the top right. And then we have free orphan leads to our active agents that write at least $10,000 a year of paid premium. We give you free orphans. These are the best types of leads because they already bought the policy. You're coming in saying, hey, has anything changed? Can I talk about a permanent policy option? Can I talk about maybe buying another term policy? Maybe whatever. It doesn't make a difference. These are hot clients interested. They're free, but you have to write the minimum of $10,000. Or actually, if you transfer a contract with your first paid app, we give you some of those orphans free. Okay, so that's another way to tap in, even if you're not writing the numbers yet. Okay, let's keep moving. We have 3 slides left, by the way. These are our sample social media posts. I'm a big believer in this. Listen, our whole business was built, okay, especially over the last 25 years, through YouTube and social media and a podcast and the best technology and a website, all technology based. Yes, you have to have the great service and the great team and the great family and the great units, of course. But how do you get your name out there to the entire country and do it effectively? Okay? You've got to leverage technology, social media, analytics, Facebook ads. Okay? You've got to think like this. It's 2024. Okay? Different world. What I do every week, I handpick top performing social media posts. And the point here is you don't have to reinvent the wheel. You change a few spokes. Okay, go in your Facebook page right now. Do it when we're done in 2 minutes. Go in the search bar, put life insurance, top performing posts. What's working for them, right? Do the same thing, change a few things, add your logo, and boom, you're off to the races. Let's take a look. These 3 posts right here, 19 likes. They're getting 2-3 comments on average. That's 2 to 3 new free leads you should reach out to through direct message. Okay, it's not rocket science, folks. Unless you're immortal, you need life insurance. Was that difficult? The middle one, 9 things life insurance can do. The right hand section, activities more expensive than life insurance. Hello? Okay, that's 7 leads that those 3 posts created. Okay, not difficult, folks. And if you get 1 like or 1 comment, well, that's 1 more than you had yesterday. So that's a win, in my opinion. Let's keep moving. Okay, second to last slide. Every single week, we have our live training webinars, except next week because that's our expo, and hopefully I'll see you there. And I hope we'll see you there. Make sure you're registered, and please, if you do this, register by this Friday because I can't get any emails or calls after Friday saying, I'm so sorry, can you still let me in? We can't do it because we're capped out. So you have 2 more days till Friday. These are awesome upcoming training webinars. I'm not just trying to spice it up. The reason why I say that, we have our top annuity consultant coming in on the 18th. Okay, he crushes it and he gives you the overview of the entire industry, not just one company or a few products. Emeritus is rolling out all their products to the brokerage space. It's no longer just IUL in term with living benefits. So I'm very excited about that training as well. Legacy annuity products. These are exclusive proprietary annuities that are available through us and a handful of IMOs. We're launching that for the first time. And then on the bottom there, we're talking about hybrids. So the new kind of linked products, annuities, life insurance with LTC. One America, in my opinion, is one of the best carriers. Keith is a good friend of mine. He's going to jump in on May 9th. Okay, final slide. I know this was long and I apologize, but there's so much to talk about and I didn't want to miss anything. I think our team did a great job. So thank you to everyone that participated. So real fast, left-hand side, I do this every single week. And I talk about our Positive Tuesday quote. What does it mean? Nothing. It's just an example, right, of what you should be doing. You got to get your name out there, okay? We're not even in the retail space, okay? We're leading by example, but come out with Long-Term Care Tuesday, IUL Thursday. Come up with a cute little 1-minute video or quote about life insurance. Get it out on all your social media pages, okay? It doesn't cost you a penny. It's just a little bit of time. I never missed a Positive Tuesday since I started in 8 years. I never missed a podcast episode since I started in 7 years. Okay, even being sick, God forbid, still we got this content out there for a reason, not because I'm trying to sound like I'm the best or conceited. I'm trying to lead by example. You have to be consistent and persistent in order to make a dent in this business or any business, okay? Right? It's like what Jobs said, right? It's the crazy ones, right? The ones that are off their rocker a little bit. Those are the ones that go out and crush it with some of their unique ideas and strategies, and they believe in themselves, and they run with these beliefs, okay? You got to do the same thing. Running with the pack will only get you as far as the pack. Create your own path and run with no boundaries. What you're looking at there is that big whale, the copper whale. You're probably saying, well, what the hell does that have to do with life insurance? That is the Pacific Life whale. We just got the 24 Elite IMO of the year. We're very proud of our whale. That's our conference room. Okay, so we wanted to highlight that. My hashtag, do it your way. Okay, there's no perfect way. Put your own little spin on it. Run with it. Question of the day. We spoke about the new podcast, the latest podcast, episode 49. Remember I said we haven't missed one, episode 49. I met with an individual who built our chat GPT, okay, called Billy the Bot, the new robo chat feature on our website. Their analytics, we talk about SEO, all the latest and greatest technology that a life insurance agent should be leveraging and can through our platform. All I need to know, who was the name of the guest speaker? You answer first incorrectly, you win the tablet and IUL prospecting book. You tell me, who was the guest speaker on my last podcast episode, Bill Levinson Experience, episode 49, that launched on April the 1st, Monday. Tell me his first name, you win grand prize. Tablet, Fire HD, tablet, IUL prospecting book. Andrew's going to tell us who was first and who was correct. Andrew?
Okay, it's Armando N. Armando N.
Armando N. The answer was Danny McKeever. It's the guest speaker. Check out that episode, and I apologize. I know we went over on this episode, but I hope it was worth your while. If you walked away with a few nuggets, then it was well worth the time spent. Please pick up the phone, call us with any questions. Our goal is to make sure that you have everything that you need to go out and be successful. Okay, now it's up to you. Have a great rest of the week, great weekend, great selling. And last but not least, April 12th, Levinson Expo. Hit that RSVP button because I want to make sure we see you there, meet face to face. Thank you again, everyone.